Hello friends, welcome back to Data Center Guru Knowledge Platform, knowing A to Z of data center. So in today's session, we are going to talk about data center commissioning. So we'll talk broadly in details about what is the definition of data center commissioning. Why do we need to do this commissioning? Why it is so important? What is this 5 level commissioning process? So that I will explain you to bring you more clarity, and what exactly we do during the entire commissioning process. So you will have a fair understanding of the entire data center commissioning aspect of it. So moving ahead with the next slide, the definition of data center commissioning. So again, I did some kind of study and research around this particular topic, and the most relevant definition what I could find out, we have put it here. So data center commissioning is a rigorous quality assurance process to ensure that its designed equipment's operability and performance, system redundancy meets the specifications and the customer expectations. So in nutshell, what exactly we design the data center, the purpose for which we designed the data center, we would like to test at different stages of, or check at different stages of the project life cycle to ensure that the data center is implemented based on what we designed, what the requirements are. Also, the performance of each and every individual equipments, systems, subsystems, as I talked about, data center building blocks. All the building blocks are performing to the desired level or required level. And lastly, all the building blocks put together, they are able to deliver the level of performance and reliability or tendency which is stated in the beginning in the project charter. Okay. So these above said activities or outcome which can be done through a control process which is called 5 level commissioning process. So commissioning is a process and part of quality control or quality management system, and the commissioning is a control point. So what commissioning does it? They check and controls at multiple stages of the project to ensure that the specific requirements are met, so that it is not like you do at the end of the project, but every stages, so that if there is shortcoming, if there is some gaps, you are able to identify, and so that you are able to rectify on the right time instead of you identifying those things at the end of the project. So why this commissioning is important? Because if you see 5 or 7, 8 years back, this commissioning were not done. If you go back to the old data centers, so the level of commissioning which was required was not being done. And even today, I will talk about this 5 level commissioning process. This 5 level commissioning process are not 100% adhered to. So what are the repercussions? Obviously, we'll talk about. But in this slide, what I'm talk about it, why commissioning is important. So there is a very graph, if you see on the slide, it is called bathtub curve, and this bathtub curve shows that it is a nature of any equipments or the systems. So mortality rate or failure rate of the systems are normally there in the beginning, and also there at the end of their life cycle. The risk of failures or frequency of failures are more beyond end of life and also in the starting off that equipment. So it also becomes very important that you test each and every systems, and if there is any problem or failure happens, you are able to test and correct, take those corrective actions. Because once this initial mortality rate is, period is over, then typically the facility systems or equipments are very rugged in nature, and it continues to provide you that level of performance without any problem. So if you see in bathtub curve, there is a longer period, that is equipment lifespan, which is completely flat. There is no problem. But there is a mortality in the initial phase of the equipment, or during the installation and commissioning part of it, or also end of the life period. So these are the high risk zone. So to mitigate that risk of mortality or the failure or the outages, this commissioning becomes very, very important activity. Second, the definition itself says that design is something you put it everything on the paper and then you construct. Commissioning is the process where you check the performance for the desired level. So it is not only on the individual equipment performance, but also the integrated performance of the system, which is able to deliver the required level of performance and reliability for the data center. So before you go live, ideally all these things tests should be done, because once you go live in the data center, it becomes very difficult to do those tests because you run a risk of your data center outages. So it makes it also very, very important to do the commissioning before you go live. And that's what we call, it is unit time to verify a system performance and risks, because those opportunity you may not get once. So it is not like you cannot do it, you can do it, but there are a lot of risks associated with it. And then eliminate premature failures, because if you don't do the commissioning, you don't know up to what level and how the equipments are going to perform or behave when you are going to put loads in your data center. Okay, so these are the reasons why the commissioning is very, very important. And in fact, definition itself states why commissioning is required and what is the definition. So why commissioning is, I just wanted to bring to your notice this bathtub curve and to bring you more clarity around it. Now, coming back to 5-level commissioning. So what is this 5-level commissioning? So 5-level commissioning is not a new terminology or the process which is being done. It is a very old process and which has been used in normal infrastructure projects, building projects, industry projects. So in the data center projects also, we should do it. So let me explain what is this 5-level commissioning, and then I will tell you what currently is the case in this industry so that you can be able to correlate it. So the level 1 is the factory witness test. So whatever systems or equipments which you are taking to the site, it is very, very necessary to specifically for the captive items, because where performances are very, very critical to take, because once you get delivered on the site, then it becomes very difficult to send it back and all those stuff. So it is, the first level is all the critical systems you need to do the factory test witness. If you are not able to do the factory test witness, so at least you should be able to take the reports, whatever test you wanted to be done on those specific systems, and see that all those tests are clear. So first level is factory acceptance test. So level 1 is ensuring that whatever equipments which is coming to the site or being dispatched to the site are correct. You have tested it and it is in line with the requirement and the specifications. So in a lot of cases, because it may be repeat, so people, instead of you witnessing the factory test, so we normally ask them to deliver on the factory test reports, and we see that those reports are in line and supports the specifications and performance what we are looking at. So in couple of cases, the dispatch clearances are given based on those reports also. But it is very, very important to know what are the tests needs to be done in the factory. So that needs to be defined. So in the next slide, I will explain you what are the activities are done in different stages of the project. So that will give you more clarity around it. Then level 2. So level 2 commissioning is all about whatever material which is landing or being delivered on the site. So somebody has to check and ensure that all those systems, materials, items delivered on the site are as per the design, specifications, and also because normally when it gets delivered you cannot check the performance, but specification and the healthiness of the material delivered, there is no transit damage and so on and so forth, that needs to be checked. So obviously there is a script or checklist for that also, so for each and every systems and items, and people has to follow that to check that yes, all those things are in line. Level 2, it also covers the installation and the post installation. So installation of items and the systems or equipments are a process, it is not a milestone. So it goes on a time to time basis till that activity is complete. So it is very, very necessary to have close eye or supervision on the installation of those equipment, systems, items on the site, and whether those installed qualities are in line with the level 2 quality plan or not. So we call it installed quality. So whatever systems are installed on the site, are they qualifying the installed quality criteria? So that is something which is defined and checked in level 2. So in level 2, what we do? We check two things. One, whatever materials comes on the site, it is as per the specification and also healthy condition. Second, when the entire installation process is done or installation is done, during the installation and post installation, you check and ensure that all the items which is installed on the site qualify the installed quality criteria, which you define during the process. Then comes level 3. So level 3 is component level functional test. So like UPS, I'm just giving an example. So UPS has got a box in itself, and then UPS has got a battery, and there are certain cables which is connecting UPS to battery, and then input and output supply, right? So you have to check the entire elements in the of the UPS. You have to check whether the cables are measured adequately and insulation levels and the amperage capacities are enough. Similarly, you check the battery aspect of it, whether all those parameters on the battery and the associated systems are qualified in that component level testing. And then you check the UPS as the overall box. Similarly, you have got other systems, your cooling, your safety, security, there are all the building blocks what I talk about. So the purpose what I'm trying to tell you is, broadly if you talk about data center, you have got capacity components like I said, UPS, cooling, and then you have got distribution paths. So distribution path, you have got bus bar, panels, transformers, connectors. Each and every component on the nuts and bolts level has to be checked for their performance. and this is something we find lacking. We don't do it, we override it, and we skip it, and ठीक होगा, and such kind of things. So those level of things has to be done. So level 3 talks about component level tests to ensure that all the components in the data centers are qualifies that criteria in the performance. And then level 4 talks about system functional tests. So system functional test is like we have got UPS in redundant mode, cooling in redundant mode with chiller, PAHO and so on and so forth. So individual systems has to be tested and to see that they are able to perform the level whatever is required, and also they are able to deliver the level of redundancies or reliability whatever is specified in the beginning. So individual system tests are covered under level 4. So we call it individual functional system tests. And then finally we talk about integrated system tests. So data center is integrated system, consists of multiple systems, what I talked in data center building block. So you put IT rack, you put a dummy load of that equivalent capacity, then switch it on, and then you do the entire integrated test whether all the building blocks in the data centers, they are working in coordination with the on an integration mode, and they are able to provide the desired performance and the reliability or redundancy in the data center. So there is a detailed level of the scripts are detailed. So if you talk about all the 5 level of commissioning, so the purpose of dividing this 5 level is to identify the problem at the right stage and kill it. So if you don't identify the problem at these stages and it skips to the other stage, then there may be a problem in rectifying those problem or plugging those gaps. So that is the reason for a smoother ride and ensuring that what you designed is actually you get this 5 level commissioning process defined. So normally in the industry, what we observed is ISAT people call it, or ISBT, which is level 5 commissioning is very popular and people go along with it and they document it. But other all level of commissioning processes, there are a lot of gaps. So it is not done religiously and in completeness to plug in those gaps, and due to which what happens is at level 5 when you start doing the commissioning, then you identify certain gaps which could have been identified into level 2 or level 1 itself, and that's when the problem comes where it becomes very difficult or in fact not feasible to plug in those gaps, and you start living with it, which is not good for it, because you are compromising your outcome. What you planned in the beginning, you are not getting the same at the end of the project. And let me tell you, with my experience, 90% of the cases in our part of the world is like this. So there is a big requirement to focus on this 5 level commissioning to ensure the outcome what we expect from the data center after the build is done. Coming back to what exactly we do to give you more idea of different stages. So I defined the data center commissioning process. The previous slide I talked about the 5 level commissioning process. So what exactly we do at different stages, what process which we follow, there we can be able to get some idea. So the entire process of commissioning is divided into again 5 stages here. It is not linked with the 5 level commissioning. With the 5 level commissioning, there are certain activities which you need to do in its stages also. So I will explain once I go through this. So first is the assessment phase. So the commissioning agent organization gets in touch with the design team, the project sponsor understand their requirements, take their complete design documents and the solutioning, go to the site and see, check all the specifications, check the site conditions, check the basis of design. So these are the inputs to create a commissioning plan for data center. Okay. So 5-level commissioning process, previously I talked about, these are the milestones for the commissioning. So how you run the commissioning, we are talking about in this process. The second phase or second stage is plan. So we have to prepare a detailed plan, commissioning plan, or I would say a script or checklist for each and every components in the data center. Like level 1, what are the checks and balances? What is the test you wanted in the factory to test? Similarly, whatever the material which is coming on the site, what are the checks and balances which you need to check on the site? You prepare a complete, detailed plan. Similarly, on stage 3, what are the things you need to check for each and every component level? Stage 4, level 5. So all the detailing, what exactly we need to do, is done in the planning phase. Then third stage is align. So whatever plan is done has to be shared, communicated, and other stakeholders in the project has to be aligned to this commissioning plan, so that they are able to take that plan and do the activity what they want to do. So here we are talking about share the deliverable of the planning stage, whatever we do, and the pre-commissioning readiness. So whenever I go for, let us say, level 1 commissioning or factory test witness, what exactly, so we share with them what are the tests we want to witness on the factory. Similarly, what are the checks we would like to see for different items when it deliver on the site. What are the checks I would like to do on during the installation. Similarly, for functional testing and IST and all. So if you are able to share all those details with the different stakeholders like contractors, OEMs, then they follow that, and then you check and see that those they are complying to those requirements. So that's about alignment. The fourth block is witness, or you can say audit. So 5-level milestone is defined. So the commissioning agent will witness those each and every systems, subsystem, component on the site against all the level of commissioning based on the plan, whatever we have done. And once we witness, then we give an observation, analysis, and recommendation report. If there are any issues identified, we prepare the issue log and share with them, so that the respective stakeholders take the appropriate action to plug in those or resolve those issues. So whenever we move to the next level of commissioning, so all those points are over and complete. Okay, and finally we talk about control. Controlling is very, very important, because if you just look at and give a report and keep on doing the activities, then the issues which is lying, or the issue log, whatever you have projected with them, and if it is not getting closed, then it is like that you are landing to level 5 and you have got huge number of issues and you can't be able to close. So the controlling is very, very important. So whenever you are moving from one milestone or one level of commissioning to next level of commissioning, we have to make sure that the previous commissioning issues are all closed. Then only you attend the level 2 commissioning. Similarly, when you move from level 2 to level 3, you make sure all the level 2 issues are closed before you conduct the level 3 commissioning. So that way you are able to act as a controller also, and you are able to push resolving those issues rather than just skipping to the level over the level part of it. So this is following this preparation of the commissioning process, how we run, and using the 5-level commissioning process to achieve the results what we are looking at is the key. So this is what is the commissioning part, and this is what is done in the commissioning process. So, what kind of resources you need? The resources, as this is a highly technical activity, so most of the resources in this part of the job are technical. So you find data center solution architects who knows all the building blocks, and then you need subject matter experts for different building blocks. So define the different aspects or the checks and plan the commissioning or prepare the commissioning plan which will be used or executed during the other stages of the project. And those technical people or SMEs and solution architect, they would be witnessing all the stuff and keeping a stamp, yes, things are done. So this is all about the commissioning process. And next, I'll be talking about data center quality planning and governance. So, as I said, in data center commissioning, even if we have got 5 level of commissioning, and it is a part of quality management process, but it is not the all quality management process. So, in this data center quality planning and governance, what are the other aspects which is required to ensure that the quality of the projects are adhered to? Because 5 level commissioning process is just a milestone based, but just checking the milestone is not enough. So you need much broader involvement into the entire quality management process. That I would be talking in the next session. So with this, I come to the end of this session. I would like to thank you again for patient hearing this session, and I hope this session has been useful, fruitful for you. And as I always used to say, I'm looking forward for your feedbacks on improvements, or if whatever you feel like for this session, I would be pleased to incorporate in my upcoming sessions. So thanks again. Have a great day, great evening. Shabak hai. Bye bye. Take care.